Brian Gilbert, self-made hundredaire, avid diabetic, closet pervert, and three-time fantasy champion. Behind the facade of his scruffy personality and sharp tongue lies a bi-curious teddy bear with a heart of gold and a fantasy football mastermind. I had an opportunity to spend some time with Brian and see the wizard behind the curtain. Fantasy Football Films presents a 30 for 30 short. Check your fantasy lineup and your blood sugar often.
Gilbert, you've been described as a fantasy football savant. What do you think of that?
Just call me a fucking idiot?
Not exactly, but sort of. Studies have shown that Brian's success stems from the perfect balance of knowledge and blissful ignorance.
Mr. Gilbert, you've been described as a fantasy football genius? What do you think of this?
Man, genius is a strong word. Are you drinking a beer?
Sorry.
Well, genius, like I said, is a strong word. I don't know if I would say genius per se, but better than everyone else? Sure. Greatest of all time? Possibly. I mean, really, I'm just a big, hairy American winning machine.
Mr. Gilbert, what does it mean to you to be the first three-time champion?
Forget Brian, I was also the first two-time champ. And again, previous answer, better than everyone else, but all I'm thinking about is this upcoming season. You know, we're only thinking about Cincinnati right now. Three-time champ is it's a big deal. It's a really big deal, and you know, I've got at least till the end of this season before I'm the first four-time champ, and that's even more pressure on me to keep succeeding every year, like I do every year. But you know, we just I let the game come to me.
Mr. Gilbert, critics will say you've been incredibly lucky. What would you say to that?
And luck plays a role in everybody's season, whether it's injuries, the way you draft. But overall, fantasy football is purely a game of skill, absolute skill. And in my world, luck is a four-letter word. And you know what I say to those people that say it was just luck? Another four-letter word. Fuck you.
I think that's 7 letters. Like, with a space.
Well, fuck you anyways.
Has your Diet Mountain Dew and pornography addiction hindered you in the past?
Wait, what? Just cut the kid. Cut the camera.
But all has not always been gold for Brian. A TMZ report uncovered a dark obsession with Diet Mountain Dew and pornography. He became removed and distant, ignored his loved ones, and drove his wife to alcoholism. His wife eventually left him, and he replaced her with a crude object he named Durissa. Brian was single, but no one wanted to mingle. His life began to spiral out of control. With nowhere left to turn, Brian's life was saved by faith. Faith in the only God he knows, Wilford Brimley.
Brian, what has Wilford Brimley meant to you?
As you know, diabetes runs deep.
Wilford Brimley is not dead. He is very much alive.
No shit. Hallelujah!
And finally, Brian, if you could sum up fantasy football in one word, what would that word be?
Strategery.
I enjoyed my time spent with Brian. but I still had questions that needed to be answered. I was able to meet him one more time at his corporate headquarters.
So, Brian, I got to ask you, with your pizza empire and all of your fantasy football winnings, where do you go from here?
Well, Brian, when success is just a part of your life as much as mine is, I want to take some time and really focus in on my true passion, my music.
Diabetes. You know, I have diabetes. I have diabetes. I have diabetes. Diabetes. Call Liberty. Call Liberty. Call Liberty. Diabetes. These are my testing supplies. These are my testing supplies. These are my testing supplies. Diabetes. When I say diabetes. When I say diabetes. When I say diabetes. Diabetes. Liberty makes it easy. Liberty makes it easy. Liberty makes it easy. Diabetes.